My name is Tsungi Chiwara. I am 43 years old. I have 4 children and I'm married to Jimmy. My passion is writing. Although I'm a pharmacist by profession, I enjoy writing and I've been doing it just informally over the years. Then I took a big step to formalize it and to write a book, which is more of a novel, different from the usual maybe teaching or inspirational books that are now quite popular in Zimbabwe. So that's where all my energy is directed, in my spare time, into writing. And that's what I enjoy doing, and I really believe that that's what I was created for. Chapter 1, the early years. It's not how you start. I'm not sure why I did it, repeated Kui with a somewhat disinterested tone. The psychiatrist, the hospital matron, and her mom looked at each other almost as though each expected the other to give an answer. After a while, Kui's mother stood up and thanked the psychiatrist for coming. What happened was, just over the years, I was already just writing things in my diary, just doing a few teachings, sending them by email to my friends, sharing them on Facebook. But then what really sort of was nagging at me in my heart was to write a book. And initially, I'll be honest and say that I wanted to write something which is more like a teaching type of book, but it wouldn't come together. So I decided to write a novel because I felt that would be something that's more relatable, something that people could pick something out of and actually tie it into their own lives, like a take-home message. And I thought that I could put across the same principles as the principles are in a teaching book, but at the same time a story which would be gripping and interesting and touch on social issues. So that's what led me in the end to formalize it and make it into an actual story. I thought that would be more interesting. Well, this is a story about a girl who grows up in Zimbabwe. It actually starts off before independence in the 70s, then it crosses over into the 80s and then eventually into the 90s. And it talks about a girl, talks about her upbringing, her relationship with her parents. She's got a bit of an agitated relationship with her father, so it goes into detail about that. Her relationship with just basically her home life with her brothers, her grandmother, and then it focuses also on her boarding life and about her falling in love and the challenges she faces as a teenager. She's actually a troubled teenager. So what basically happens is something leads her life to really go rock bottom. And then in the process, she starts looking and searching for God. And then you'll have to read the story to find out whether she does find God or not. After seeing her out, along with the matron, who had also taken the cue to leave, she came back to sit by Kui's bedside. She sighed, looked at her daughter, and fighting back the tears in her eyes, whispered softly to her, "You know that I love you very much, Kuita Kwashe, don't you?" Kui looked at her mother, always trying to be strong for her, and as she noticed the tears in her eyes, suddenly a flood of regret filled her whole being. I would say to aspiring writers that you just have to start somewhere. I didn't start by writing a book. I just started by jotting down my ideas, and there's no one really who can tell you what to write. It depends what you're passionate about, what you like writing about. So just start from there. You may start off doing diary entries even, but eventually over time, if that's really your passion and what you enjoy doing, it will all start flowing and coming together. And don't be discouraged by what people say, because then you'll never get anything done. Just start, stay focused, and don't stop writing. Then one day you'll have the courage to show maybe 1 or 2 people that you trust. Then you take it from there.